Silence, please. We are back.
We are the Porsche Sprint Challenge Middle East.
We are back. We are the Porsche Sprint Challenge Middle East. We are ready. All together.
We are the Porsche Sprint Challenge Middle East.
We're back.
Easily to recognize the Hotel W at the Yas Marina circuit, and a literally very warm welcome from Abu Dhabi. It's time for round 3. It's the Sunday race ahead in the Porsche Sprint Challenge Middle East, and it's the head and promoter next to me, Robert Lechner. Robert, the conditions are just perfect. We've seen an action-packed race yesterday. What do you expect for the race today?
Thank you, Eric. Hello, everyone. It's amazing to be here. I mean, amazing facility, great location, great racetrack, F1 style. So obviously everyone is enjoying it to the maximum. We have 21, 22 degrees here, the end of January, so that's all perfect. And yes, we already saw a very exciting race yesterday. We're here for round 3 of the Porsche Sprint Challenge Middle East, and today is the second race at Yas Marina circuit. So seeing 2 cars in the front row only separated by 1/1000th of a second, so imagine 1/1000th of a second only, I expect a very close and exciting race.
And we're together with the Sports Cup here, so it's spectators down in the pits and of course on the grid later on. And we had the chance to talk to the CEO of Porsche Middle East and Africa, Manfred Breunel, who is also joining this event. Porsche.
Sports Cup is actually a great invention, if you may say so, because it actually brings families here, brings kids here, and they can watch the motorsport live. So with the Sprint Challenge, we have the perfect platform, which we are doing now with Lechner Group already for years, and bringing the Sports Cup in here is a perfect mix of all of these things.
That's great to see. So Manfred, Breunel from Porsche Middle East and Africa, the CEO, and now we are going into the formation lap already for race 2 here at the Yas Marina circuit, and I'm together again with Christopher Zöckling. Always a great pleasure to have you here, and we've seen a really exciting race yesterday. What do you expect for today?
Again, thank you for having me. I mean, I'm expecting a lot. I mean, yesterday's race was filled with action. We saw lots of great racing, lots of incidents as well, a bit of safety car towards the end as well, but the weather is beautiful. Like Robert was saying earlier, that we are at such an iconic racetrack here in the Middle East, and I mean, we have loads of great overtaking opportunities. Turn 4, what we see right now, is one of them right at the start, and I'm excited.
Me too. And Robert Lechner already said it. It's just 1/1000th of a second that brought Harry Jones pole position today. That was really fascinating in qualifying, so he's on pole.
Exactly, yeah, a bit of a reverse role because Ariel had pole position in yesterday's race, and yeah, that 1/1000th of a second is unfathomable close of a gap, but again, it's going to be a great race. Very short run down to turn 1, and going to be interesting to see on how the drivers deal with it. Temperatures are about 4 degrees warmer than yesterday. That should help again with getting those tires up to operating temperature in that formation lap. And yesterday we had 2 formation laps.
Exactly. There was a little problem with Merabi Mikbabishvili, the man from Bulgaria. He misjudged the situation of his box on the starting grid, so we had to see another formation lap. I think this time we will see just 1.
Exactly, but going back to the qualifying, I mean, the strength of field is so close on this grid here. Even going back to the Pro-Am, I mean, we have Bashar Medini in first place in the Pro-Am.
Yeah, and you are instructor here, so you're taking care of him.
Exactly,
so, yeah, he was unlucky yesterday, had that spin, and of course, and now he wants revenge.
Yeah, but of course, I mean, just looking at the grid, the timings are so close to between all these drivers. So yeah, this basically says we should have a really good race on our hands in just a few minutes' time.
So this is Ghislain Godel, the young man from Belgium. He's on 3rd position on the grid, and he also was on the podium yesterday. A strong result, but seems like he cannot go the same pace like Harry Jones and Ariel Levy did. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're all here to learn, and it's all about getting those getting seat time in these really tricky to handle and master cars. And the more laps any driver drives in these cars, you can just see Ghislain Godel, beautiful burnout here, getting those rear tires up to temperature to get the best of a launch that you can for the start of the race. But yeah, getting seat time in these cars is just so paramount in order to be super fast.
Yeah, also see Alex Malikan waving his car around, and on the left side in the red and yellow DHL car, this is the pole setter. This is Harry Jones from Australia, the current Porsche Carrera Cup champion Australia. And on the right side in white and blue, the GT3 Cup car. This is Ariel Levy. It's the leader in the Pro Class. On second place. Yesterday he was on pole position. Here we have him with starting number 75 from Huber Racing, the young man from Israel. And it seems like everything perfectly prepared for the start.
Now eyes on to the 5 red lights. First gear engaged, bouncing of the reflector.
And it seems like Harry Jones again made a good start like yesterday. And on the outside, it's your man who tried to attack already.
He had a really good start, didn't he, Bashar Mardini? But we have Ahmed Al-Shahab in 5th place, just behind Bashar. But Harry Jones had a really good getaway, closely followed by Ariel and Ghislain Cordiel. And let's see how it looks like into turn 4.
Seems like Harry Jones can already make a little gap to Ariel Levy.
Looking good, looking clean so far. Not much drama to go by, but of course now we have a long run down the kilometer-long back straight. A bit of a bumpy bit of track as well. We can see those beautiful line of cars. We can see Ahmed Al-Shahab looking to go on the right-hand side of Bashar Mardini, now faking a move to the left-hand side. But let's see if he thinks the best of it.
The man for Kuwait Racing.
Nice, clean and tidy into the chicane. Of course, it is the first lap. We have Georgi Donchev, who looked like he was going to make a move on Alex Malikian, and we have Salman Al Khalifa running just a little bit wide on the exit.
So it's Harry Jones in front of Ariel Levy, Ghislain Godel, and your man Bashar Mardini on 4th. Alex Malikian, the man who were involved in that incident with Søren Spreng yesterday, on 5th position. Ahmed Al-Shihab, as you said, the man from Kuwait Racing, on 6th. Banda Al-Sa'i, he had also a grid penalty after the crash yesterday he caused with Georgi Donchev, and we can see Georgi Donchev is just behind him, so we can expect these two guys battling again for position today.
Most certainly. I mean, they're all very fair guys after all, but let's keep an eye on Søren Spreng as well, who's going to make a charge through the field since he had to start from the back of the grid. But looks like all the drivers have settled into a rhythm again. And again, it's all about, you know, your tire strategy for the race, because we had loads of drivers who started on new tires in yesterday's race. But I can tell you a little secret that Bashar is on new tires today.
Okay, but I remember you told me the same thing yesterday, and things get even difficult after that.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, the new tire definitely has a performance advantage in the first couple of laps. And this is where you want to sort of pull away from the opposition and get a bit of breathing room. Beautiful shot there of Ahmed Al-Shahab in the Kuwait Racing car.
Behind him, it's Banda Al-Sa'i from Saudi Racing. A man who definitely wants to have a victory in the Pro Class this season. I'm sure he's giving everything.
He's a very,
to find a way.
He's a very quick guy. He's been racing in this championship for a couple of seasons now. He's a very seasoned veteran racing driver. He knows when to make a move. He knows how to position his car properly, and I'm sure we'll see some good battling as the race goes on. Bit of a wide line by Ahmed Al-Shahab there. Bit of a moment there by Banda Al-Sa'i as well. This is again what I was saying, these cars are so tricky. They're a real handful to drive. And it really comes down to being very smooth with the car, finding a rhythm. And of course, these cars don't have any driving aids at all. There's no ABS, there's no traction control. So it's really down to your foot to control these about 1,300 kilogram heavy cars on the braking.
Well, there's an ABS in the AM class,
there is, yeah.
But these are the 4 competitors we can see, starting with Mark J. Thomas on 15th position. And behind it's on 17 Jan Dober, 18 Merabi Mikbabishvili and Leo Willard. These guys, they use ABS for sure. Many of them are not that experienced with a GT3 car. They're basically coming from the GT4, so that's helpful to get used to these, let's see, beast of a GT3 car.
They definitely are beasts of cars, and the beautiful cars to drive, but really tricky to really drive them fast without the help of the ABS system. Now Alex Malakan just tucking in behind Bandar Lesai as well. He's probably going to wait to see what Bandar might do with Ahmed Al-Shahab ahead of him. But we can see a nice sort of train of cars within the top three. Similar pace as well.
Yeah, these three guys were dominating free practice and qualifying almost all the sessions. Seems like, again, like yesterday, maybe Harry Jones is trying to control the gap, and Ari Levy is just waiting for his chance maybe to save tires, to make a move at the end of the race.
Exactly. I mean, we talked about it yesterday as well, that this track isn't as abrasive as the Bahrain circuit, but nonetheless, you really have to manage your tires properly in order to not, run out of performance early on in the race. So Ariel is definitely managing his tires really well at this moment. Just about a second gap to Harry Jones in the lead, but another second behind him. Then there is Ghislain Cordial. And those are our top three. And then, of course, Bandar, who is part of the pro category, currently in 6th. But the gap is getting closer to Ahmed Al-Shahab on the timing screen there. So let's see if... still behind him.
We've seen the purple sector of Harry Jones, the 3rd sector, and the purple sector 1 of Ari Levy. So they are definitely in attack mode.
Most certainly, and if you look at the lap times, 55.7 from both of these drivers, they're equally matched in terms of pace. So let's see where this goes. We have another 9 laps to go. Far away from finishing the race. Let's see how this pans out.
Yeah, it seems like Bashar Madini, the man you're taking care of, is on the same speed like Ahmed Al-Shihab, so he can control the gap a little bit, staying in 4th position. But we will have an eye on Bandar Al-Sai on 6th position so far.
And we have Bi Wang Zhou, a new entry in this championship, who's just behind Saud Al Saud, trying to find a way past the driver from the Saudi racing team.
The man from China. Good to see a racer from China here in this championship.
That's beautiful. We have such a diverse grid of racing drivers from all the way from Canada to Israel to Saudi Arabia to China. It is beautiful to see so many different nationalities battling it out here in the Middle East.
I think it's 14 nations. That's really amazing. But we see Saud Al Saud seems also to have a good speed today.
Yeah, he's looking racy, definitely. This is a very tricky part of the circuit, this triple right-hander and then this double left-hander under the beautiful W Hotel. The track is a bit off camber as well. The track has been widened as well to accommodate the modern era for Formula One. So it's definitely, like Robert was saying, a very iconic track and a very challenging track for a driver as well.
I mean, everybody knows we've seen history here in Formula One in a spectacular race in 21.
Yeah.
The finale when Max Verstappen grabbed his first Formula One World Championship title. And this man, Harry Jones, he will be together with Formula One in the Super Cup. So, yeah, he's preparing for his first season there in Europe.
And at this moment, it looks very much like that Harry Jones is going for a back-to-back win this weekend. But of course, Ari Levy will do anything he can to avoid Harry Jones from taking that win, because it is, after all, Ariel who is still in the lead of the championship as well.
That's right. Okay, we have to say that Harry did not race in Bahrain 2, so he's lacking these points for sure, but he was on the podium at the first event when we raced together at the season opener with the World Endurance Championship, also in Bahrain, so he already showed his speed there.
Again, looks like all the drivers have found their pace. Everyone seems to be equally matched in their respective categories. Ahmed Al-Shahab still trailing Bashar Madini and just behind Ahmed.
Seems like he can close the gap a little bit.
Yeah, on the brakes, Ahmed definitely had something, but on the exit, Bashar pulled away again. It's just different driving styles in terms of approaching turn 9. Again, this is the triple right-hander into the hotel arena. Beautiful part of the course, actually my favorite part of the course. And now you just tuck in to the left-hander here. Beautiful, run the curb just ever so slightly, and then you really want to run wide to the guardrail. And this is giving you that Monaco-esque sort of feeling.
Yeah, but seems like we will see an interesting fight for the win again in the Pro-Am class with Basha Mardini, Ahmed Al-Shihab, Banda Al-Isai. Okay, he's a pro-class driver, but Alex Malikin is also on a very good speed. So we've seen that whole season through so far, that in the Pro-Am class there are really lots of attractive racing action.
Most certainly, and a big shout out to the mechanics as well, because of course Søren Spreng's and Alex Malikin's car needed to be repaired throughout the night, and seeing both cars back on the grid just shows on how great these guys and girls are in terms of fixing up those cars and getting them back on the grid for today. Looks like all the cars are sort of evenly spread out.
We see in the back of that train, it's Georgi Donchev, who definitely is fighting for the title in this Pro-Am class. He was a little unlucky yesterday and lucky in the end, because he was leading this category, and after a crash or let's say a contact with Banda Al-Sai, he was at the end of the field and finished finally on 3rd position, so he gained some important points, but surely he wanted that victory. So I don't know if he was sure about his emotion when he came to the podium.
He probably felt a bit indifferent about that, but yeah. We have Efren Castro.
A new man from the Dominican Republic. And it's Søren Spreng behind him. The man with the penalty, the grid penalty, after he caused that accident yesterday with Alex Malikin. But I spoke with him this morning, and he was so sorry for what happened, and said, of course, also for the crew, a lock-up from him. And also his crew repaired the car, I think, until 4 o'clock in the night. So, well.
Yeah, just good to see those cars back on the grid. And Salman Al-Khalifa is just behind Søren Spreng there. Salman Al-Khalifa had a great race yesterday.
Yeah, he seems like in qualifying he's missing these little moments, but he's a real racer, always catching up in the race.
Oh, he certainly is. Thinking back to the beautiful race he had in Bahrain on the last race weekend out in November, when he charged all the way from the back to take the Pro-Am victory. That was a beautiful race on his side, but now Efren Castro will have to go defensive into turn 4. Søren Spreng is, there is a move perhaps, he's looking on the inside. Clean pass.
And he's through, and also Salman has a chance now.
That's the thing, you want to capitalize on the mistake from the 2 drivers perhaps up ahead, and now he's tucked in the draft from Efren Castro. He might pull out to the left-hand side. Yep, there's the move. Late on the brakes, side by side. Beautiful. Oh, he's not giving up his position at all, is he? There he is.
Still fighting, but now he's through. And we have to say, Efren, he's a very smart guy, raced in the US, and for sure, he's smart enough to let Salman.
I had a chat with Efren Castro yesterday that he told me that in the United States they run the cars with ABS, and that's his first time running without ABS. So he's doing a good job keeping the car under control, on track, because, like I said, running these cars without ABS is a real challenge. And we can see the Chinese driver Bi-Wang Zhou really close behind Saud Al-Saud.
Yeah, and you can see Søren can make a gap. Let's see if this man here from Team Bahrain, Salman bin Rashid Al Khalifa, can close the gap again. Still 5 laps to go.
I'll tell you what, we might end up seeing Søren Spreng catching up with Bi-Wang Zhou and Saud Al-Saud, and the gap is closing. Here we have them in shot as well. When these two guys fight, of course, they're not as fast as if they would be running in free air, so this would definitely give the opportunity to Søren Spreng to catch up with those two drivers, and then we'll have a good fight for a top 9 or top 10 finish.
And that's what we want to see.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Saud Al Saud, he was racing in the GT4 here last season. So he's like a rookie in the GT3 class, just like Khaled Al Ahmadi, his teammate for Saudi Racing. And Khaled Al Ahmadi is on 14th position so far, his teammate, while Saud has to fight against the man from China. There he is, number 3 in his car from Saudi Racing.
Currently running 3rd in the GCC.
The regional championship. It's good to see these young, talented young drivers from the region here, from the Middle East. I mean, it's so exciting to see motorsports here, and for sure the platform is perfect to sharpen the skills for young drivers to maybe have a professional career in motorsport as well.
Precisely. I mean, this sort of racing is still a very new thing here in the Middle East, and having this opportunity to compete in these professional races here is just great to see. And like we said, the diversity of drivers on the grid here from all various nationalities and backgrounds running out here with one passion in mind, and that is racing to be the fastest.
And we see Salman bin Rashid Al Khalifa. He's trying to put pressure on Søren Spreng. Here he is.
I'm telling you that these two guys will catch up with Bi Wangzhou and Saud Al Saud. We can see Salman Al Khalifa flashing his light at Søren. Personally, I love doing this in race cars because some of the drivers, I would say 9 out of 10 drivers won't even care that you're flashing the lights behind them. But there will be that one driver who might look in the mirror at the right time and you catch him off guard.
I think we've seen that yesterday as well
yes.
in the race.
But yeah, let's see if these two can catch up with the two up ahead. And then we might have a four-way battle for a top 10 finish. Yeah, the gap is getting ever so smaller. Yeah, it looks like Søren Spreng in the car number 5 is definitely pulling about 9/10 of a second a lap faster than the two drivers ahead of him. So with 3 laps to go, we can see the gap is closing. And as a racing driver, this is what really motivates you to push further and further when you kind of when you're reeling in the opposition up ahead. You just want to get closer and closer and make up more positions.
And not to forget, he was fighting for a victory yesterday. He was very fast until that little mistake with big consequences happened. Here we see Alex Malikan in 7th so far overall.
It looks like Ariel and Harry Jones have sort of maintained that 1 to 1.5 second gap.
So we see Harry Jones still in the lead, the man who was on pole position in this race, the man who won yesterday's race. And it's Ariel Levy, the man who's, of course, maybe smart enough to know that he's leading in the championship and maybe just secure very important points. As oh, and now we have what you predicted. It's we see the fight between Søren, Salman, and the guys in front of them.
Yeah, this is what I thought because Søren was definitely putting in some good laps there, and they seem to have caught up with Bi Wangzhou. And I'd love to see a replay on what happened there, but let's see.
This was Georgi Donchev,
There we have Saud Al Saud.
There he is.
So Saud made a move past the Chinese driver, and here we have Salman Al Khalifa.
Who's trying to do the same.
On the inside now. There he is, side by side. Tricky move, clean move though.
Yeah, but also the Chinese man, he gave him enough space.
Yeah.
Avoided any contact, so yeah, they both are ahead of him now.
Beautiful racing, yeah.
And not to forget that Bashar Mardini, your man, is still in the lead in the Pro-Am class.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on his lap times. Looking good so far. He's got about a second and a half of a lead to Ahmed Al-Shihab, who's running in second in the Pro-Am. But yeah, I've got my fingers crossed for Bashar to finish in first today. But of
2 laps to go. Let's see if Salman can make a move on Søren Sprang. If he sees a little chance, I'm sure he will try everything.
Oh yeah, Salman is a great racer, and he's gonna make those last 2 laps count.
We see him flashing the lights.
Yeah, he's on a charge, on a mission, definitely. Late on the brakes into turn 5. From about 260 kilometers an hour into first gear to about 55. And then out again through second gear, powering out the second long back straight into the new turn 9. You can see a different approach in terms of racing line on the entry to turn 9. Now, of course,
Salman is a bit more on the outside.
Yeah. And again, the reason why this triple right-hander is so tricky is because your front right wheel has very little weight on it, so it's so easy to just lock up that front right wheel and run wide. But these guys are experienced enough to know just how much pressure is needed as we go through the penultimate corner into
the final lap.
Exactly.
Again, flashing his lights. And this is the leader. Final lap for Harry Jones, the man from Australia, on his way to his second victory this weekend here at the Yas Marina circuit.
And it looks like Ariel found 2/10 in the first sector on Harry. Can he close the gap?
It's still a very decent result for Ariel Levy. I mean, he took very important points. And we don't know what would have happened without the safety car yesterday. I mean, he had no chance to attack anymore at the end of the race. But also Harry Jones, he told me, I was unlucky, or unhappy with the safety car. And we see on our screen now, we have a 5-second penalty for car number 75. So this is Ariel Levy for a false start. So let's see how far away is Ghislain Godel. So he will lose his second place, Ariel Levy. And seems like we have Ghislain Godel on the podium on second.
What a change of events, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we have the winner. We see the checkered flag. And it's Harry Jones with a double victory. Well-deserved. Congratulations to the current Porsche Carrera Cup Australia champion. And yeah, as we said, we've seen that penalty for Ariel Levy. So it's Ghislain Godel from Belgium who is second in this race. And Ariel Levy, to watch, will drop down until...
Will he though? If you look at the gap, 1.1 to 6.3.
Ah, you're right.
I think he just might be ahead by 0.2 of a second.
Whoa.
I was never good at math, so you know, don't take my word for it. But
we will see in the Parc Fermé.
Exactly.
This is the man from Bulgaria, Merabi Migvavishvili. He will finish ahead of Leo Willard and Jan Dober. And right behind Mark J. Thomas in the AM class, this is Jan Dober. The Dutchman in a very classy livery. Here we have Ghislaine Cordel. Yeah, a lot to talk about after the race again.
And now it looks like car 91, Alex Malikin, is receiving a 5-second penalty as well. Or did the message just go away? I saw something pop up on the message board down there for the car 91. Yeah, there it is.
Way, so we have 2 times a false start, 2 penalties already now. As I said, a lot to talk about now with the drivers after the race.
Now this will definitely make things interesting for the Pro-Am Championship.
Here we have again the winner, Ariel Levy and Ghislaine Gordel. Well, nevertheless, we saw again some interesting racing. And the season will be continued. Next weekend we will be in Dubai. And I'm sure everybody's looking forward to racing again there. Also on a very special track. You were successful there. We already spoke about that yesterday.
Yeah.
In the 24 hours race on the podium in your category.
Beautiful track to race at. I'm really looking forward to that race weekend as well. But here we have Harry Jones, who brought it home again, back to back.
So he's the winner, no doubt about it.
But will Ghislaine Cordel inherit second place from Ariel with that penalty, or was the gap big enough for Ariel to stay in second?
So we see Robert. Congrats to the man from Australia. This is the family, mother and father of Harry Jones. They're all together, spending time here for sure until Dubai next weekend. And they had fun. Nice weather, great racing. So we see Ari Levy is on second in the park from me. So it was a bit of lucky now that he made it to second place, but nevertheless, great race weekend for the young man from Israel.
Most certainly, yeah. Also very happy and pleased to see my driver Bashar Mardini finishing 4th overall where he started and 1st in Pro-Am.
Congrats.
Thank you. I'm very happy with that.
So Christopher, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me again.
It was my pleasure, and looking forward to seeing you again in Dubai.
Perfect. See you there.
Thank you. Fantastic condition here on the Yas Marina circuit. Race 2 here that weekend together with the Porsche Sports Cup. Great event, great racing. We are almost ready for the prize giving ceremony. The trophies are already here. We just have to choose who has to present which trophy to so many guys on that podium again. Have a quick look. Michael, are we ready? I would say we just started and we will do it all together. We help each other like in the whole series. So we're starting with, for sure, the overall classification. It's third place for Belgium, Ghislaine Godel for GP Elite. In second place, the man who's still leading the championship, it's Ariel Levy from Israel for Huber Racing. And we have a double winner this weekend from Australia, the current Porsche Carrera Cup Australia champion. It's for DHL team Harry Jones. And of course we have a trophy for the rookie winner today. A great race from Saud Al Saud, from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for Saudi Racing. And we have a team winner. It's Huber Racing. See Gaini Kiff. Where he is? There he is. Congratulations. Congratulations, gentlemen, and of course we hear the national anthem for Harry Jones, the national anthem of Australia. So it's time for the trophies. I hope you can hear me. It's P1 and the presenter will be Darren Elbel, brand manager from Porsche Center Abu Dhabi. Congratulations. And for P2, we see Ahmed Lari, the executive director of finance here at the Yas Marina circuit. And the trophy for third is presented by Manfred Breunel. He's the CEO of Porsche Middle East and Africa. And Manfred, we need you one more time. Also, please, the trophy for the rookie winner for Saud Al Saud. And it's Robert Lechner, the head and promoter of the Porsche Sprint Challenge Middle East, presenting the trophy for the team winner. So, gentlemen, I think it's time for a nice picture. So, present your trophies. Come a bit closer together, please. Photographers are happy, so congratulations. Thanks, guys. And we continue with the Pro-Am class. In third place, from Bulgaria, it's Georgi Donchev from Huber Racing. And in second place, I will try my best to pronounce his name the right way. It's Ahmed Al-Shihab from Kuwait Racing. Georgi is a little too late. And we have a dominant winner today. Yesterday he was a little unlucky, but today a really great race from Bashar Mardini from Canada for Huber Racing. The trophies again. Darren Abel. Ahmed Lari, please, the trophy for second. And Manfred Breundl one more time for third. Congratulations one more time. Please come together for the photographer's picture. And we continue. Thanks, guys. We continue with the AM, the ambitious class. Also great racing today. In third position, we have Leo Willard from Austria for Heitzer Monkey Racing. Congrats, Leo. In second, it's Merabi Miabishvili from Bulgaria for Huber Racing. And the winner, like yesterday, a great weekend for Mark J. Thomas from Canada for Team M3L. Of course, we get the trophies again. And also from Manfred Breundl, the trophy for the man from Austria. So they can speak German on the podium. Yep, come together, guys, for the photographers. Thanks, guys, and we have one more class we are waiting for. It's the regional, the GCC class, and in third position, it's Saud Al Saud again on the podium for Saudi Racing. In second, it's Banda Al Sa'i, also for Saudi Racing. And the winner in the GCC class, it's Ahmed Al-Shihab for Kuwait Racing. And of course we have trophies, Darren, for the winner, for Ahmed. And Ahmed Lari, the executive director here from this circuit. Was a pleasure to be here in Yas Marina, like always. And Manfred for third. Congratulations one more time, and please come together for a last photo. And now we need all the competitors who have a trophy now. Please come together to the podium for a picture all together, a group picture. And I think Robert, the head and promoter of the Porsche Sprint Challenge Middle East, you want to have a quick word?
Yes, I just quickly want to say big thank you to everyone here at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. Thank you to Porsche Abu Dhabi, to our partners here for this amazing Porsche Sports Cup event here. Thank you so much to all the drivers, all team members, of course, all family members, friends, fans, everyone out there. It's great to have you around, and we will be back already next week racing at the Dubai Autodrome. So racing back to back. I hope to see a lot of happy and familiar faces. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to Manfred for being here today with your team, and everyone stay happy, healthy, and have a great season, and follow the Porsche Sprint Challenge, please.
Thank you, Robert. So thanks everybody, and have a safe trip to Dubai. See you all there in 1 week from now.